What you focus on, you attract, for the world you experience is the reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs. The mind, in its infinite power, projects an image, and this image becomes the reality you encounter. You must understand that whatever you give your attention to, whatever you dwell upon, becomes your dominant experience. It doesn't matter whether that focus is on your dreams or your fears, the universe responds accordingly. The key to transformation lies in the understanding that your thoughts create your reality. Your mind, like a magnet, draws into your life those things that align with your deepest thoughts. When you focus on abundance, on the success and joy you desire, you invite these into your life. But when your focus is on lack, on scarcity, or on the things you fear, you perpetuate these very conditions. This is not magic. It is the law of the mind, the natural law of attraction, working in accordance with the way you direct your attention. You must ask yourself, what am I focusing on right now? Is it what I want, or is it what I do not want? The energy you emit by focusing on something is the energy that attracts more of it. It is not enough to simply wish for change. You must align your thoughts with the change you wish to see. The power is in your awareness, in your ability to focus on the desired end result, no matter how distant it seems. It is your mental state that shapes your world. The more you focus on your ideal, the more you embody that ideal in your consciousness. The universe has no choice but to match your frequency, to bring what you consistently focus on into manifestation. When you focus on love, peace, and prosperity, these qualities begin to show up in unexpected ways. When you focus on fear, anxiety, or failure, they will appear as though they are inevitable. But you focus on shapes not only your outer world, but your inner world as well. When you dwell on the good, the positive, the fruitful, your mind and heart open to receive more of the same. Your focus becomes your guide, showing you the path that leads you to all that you desire. The power of your attention is your greatest tool. Use it wisely and you will see your world transform in ways you never thought possible. What you focus on shapes your reality in ways that may seem mysterious at first, but once understood, reveals the incredible power of the mind. Everything you experience in the external world, everything that happens to you, is in some way a reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that you hold within you. The reality you encounter is not separate from you. It is the projection of your internal state. This is not an abstract idea, but a fundamental truth that governs the way life unfolds. The law of attraction, as some call it, is not a mystical concept, but a natural law of the mind that operates every moment of your existence. The images you hold in your mind, the emotions you give energy to, and the thoughts you entertain shape the very conditions of your life. When you focus on something, whether it is a goal, a problem, or a fear, you are directing your mind to hold that image, and that image begins to take root in your experience. Your attention is like a magnifying glass, drawing your attention to certain things and making them appear larger and more significant than they might otherwise be. The more you focus on something, the more power you give it to expand in your life. But to pay attention to grows. If you focus on the possibilities, opportunities, and successes in your life, you start to notice them more. They appear in your world with greater frequency and force. However, if your focus is on limitations, fears, or what is lacking, those things too become more pronounced in your experience. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and it is not passive. It is actively creating your world in every moment, whether you are aware of it or not. When you consciously focus your attention on a specific outcome or situation, you send out a clear message to the universe about what you want to manifest. This is not a matter of wishful thinking or just daydreaming. It is about directing your energy with intention. Your focus directs the flow of energy in your life and determines what you draw toward you. Every thought, no matter how small, has its consequences in shaping your life. The more you focus on positive thoughts, the more you invite positivity into your life. The mind's ability to create is not limited to conscious thoughts alone. Your subconscious mind also plays a critical role in shaping your reality. Even when you are not actively thinking about something, the beliefs and mental patterns that reside in your subconscious continue to influence the experiences that show up in your life. These beliefs often operate unnoticed, but they are powerful nonetheless. For example, if you carry a belief that you are unworthy of success or love, your focus, even unconsciously, will always be drawn to situations and experiences that reinforce that belief. You might find yourself attracting people or circumstances that reflect that inner belief, whether you desire it or not. It is essential to become aware of the things you are focusing on, even when you do not realize it. Often people are focused on what they do not want, thinking about problems they wish would go away, or worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. This type of focus only strengthens the very situations they are trying to avoid. If your mind is continually focused on a fear of failure, for example, you are drawing more of those experiences into your life. The energy you give to that fear is creating the very conditions that lead to failure. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy that plays out in your life. This is why it is so important to be conscious of what you focus on, because whatever holds your attention holds your energy. Focus is also a filter through which you see the world. When you choose to focus on beauty, abundance, kindness, and love, these are the qualities that will stand out to you in your environment. Similarly, if you focus on negativity, injustice, or scarcity, those will be the things that dominate your perspective. It is not that the world changes, but your perception of it does. When you shift your focus, the world shifts with you. Your mind begins to seek out opportunities for growth, success, and fulfillment, and these opportunities begin to appear. When you shift your focus from fear and limitation to possibility and hope, your life transforms accordingly. The idea that what you focus on shapes your reality is not just philosophical or abstract. It is a principle that can be demonstrated in everyday life. For instance, if you consistently focus on improving your health, your habits, and your mindset regarding wellness, you will attract the resources, energy, and experiences that support your health goals. On the other hand, if you focus on ailments, fatigue, or the limitations of your body, you reinforce those very experiences. Your focus becomes the lens through which you see your body, and the body responds accordingly. The same applies to any area of life: relationships, career, finances, and personal growth. By learning to master your focus, you learn to master your reality. The challenge lies in redirecting your attention away from what you do not want and toward what you do want. It requires conscious effort and discipline. It means refusing to entertain thoughts that do not serve your highest good, and instead nurturing the thoughts that align with the life you wish to live. This is where the power lies, in your ability to control where you place your focus, moment by moment. A key aspect of this process is not just focusing on the goal, but also focusing on the feeling associated with the goal. When you focus on what you want, it is essential to feel the emotions of already having it. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. When you immerse yourself in the feelings of already having the experience you desire, your mind will naturally attract the circumstances that bring that feeling to life. It is not enough to simply think about the end result. You must live as though that result is already a part of your experience. This shift in focus brings about a shift in energy. And this shift is what catalyzes change in your external world. Focus is not about denial or ignoring reality. It is about directing your attention with purpose and intention, regardless of what is happening around you. Life will always present challenges and obstacles, but it is how you choose to focus on those challenges that determines their impact on your life. If you focus on the difficulty of the situation, the challenge grows. If you focus on the opportunities within the situation, you open yourself up to solutions, creativity, and growth. The simple truth is that what you focus on is what you attract. When you become conscious of this fact, you realize that you have the power to change your life by changing what you focus on. It is through this conscious redirection of your attention that you begin to shape the world around you, bringing into your life the people, circumstances, and experiences that align with your desires. The power lies within you, and it begins with your focus. Thoughts act as a magnet, drawing into your life experiences, circumstances, and people that match the frequency of your mental and emotional states. Every thought you have is energy, and this energy vibrates at a certain frequency. The nature of your thoughts, whether positive, negative, or neutral, determines the type of energy you emit. This energy in turn interacts with the world around you, attracting experiences that match. This process is not mystical or abstract, but a natural law, deeply rooted in the way the universe operates. Just like a magnet draws metal, your thoughts attract situations, opportunities, and people that align with the thoughts you continuously entertain. To understand this concept fully, It's important to recognize that the universe doesn't judge the content of your thoughts. It simply responds to the frequency they emit. Whether you focus on love, prosperity, and joy, or on fear, scarcity, and anxiety, the energy you create through your thoughts will draw more of the same into your experience. The mind operates as a powerful magnet, pulling toward it what matches its vibration. 2. If your thoughts are centered on success and abundance, the energy of success and abundance is what you attract. Conversely, if your thoughts revolve around lack, fear, and limitation, those same qualities are drawn to you. This law of attraction operates continuously and unceasingly, whether you are aware of it or not. The key to unlocking this power lies in your awareness of how you are thinking and feeling at any given moment. Thoughts are the starting point, but emotions are the driving force that powers this magnetic attraction. Emotions are the fuel that gives energy to thoughts, turning them from mere ideas into powerful forces of creation. Positive emotions such as gratitude, excitement, love, and peace carry a high vibration that attracts positive circumstances and experiences. Negative emotions such as anger, frustration, fear, and resentment carry a low vibration that tends to attract similarly low-frequency experiences. The magnetic nature of thoughts and emotions explains why people often experience patterns of behavior or recurring challenges in their lives. If you continually focus on what's wrong, on the lack you feel, or on what you fear might happen, you are sending out a magnetic signal that attracts more of the same. For instance, if you focus on financial struggles, even in moments of financial ease, your thoughts continue to vibrate at the frequency of scarcity. This focus pulls into your experience more circumstances that reinforce that sense of lack, such as unexpected expenses, financial setbacks, or even anxiety about money. Similarly, if you fixate on a lack of love or connection, your energy attracts situations where you feel isolated or disconnected from others. One of the most powerful aspects of this process is the subconscious mind's role in shaping the energy you emit. The subconscious is constantly absorbing and recording information from your environment, from your thoughts, and from your past experiences. Many of these subconscious beliefs and mental patterns operate below the level of conscious awareness. They influence the way you think and feel without you even realizing it. If you grew up in an environment where scarcity was prevalent, or if you were taught that success is hard to attain, your subconscious mind may hold these limiting beliefs, making it harder to attract abundance or achievement. These subconscious thoughts become part of your mental landscape, automatically influencing your daily focus and consequently what you attract. The key to shifting the magnetic pull of your thoughts and emotions is to reprogram the subconscious mind. This involves changing your habitual thought patterns, challenging the limiting beliefs that hold you back, and replacing them with thoughts that align with your desired outcomes. The more you consciously focus on positive, empowering thoughts, thoughts of abundance, success, love, and peace, the more your subconscious mind begins to align with these new patterns. This shift creates a new frequency, and as your energy changes, so does the nature of what you attract. The more you focus on possibilities rather than limitations, the more opportunities for growth and success appear in your life. Another important aspect of the magnetic nature of thoughts is that they do not have to be based on reality in order to attract something. The mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. When you focus on something with intensity and emotion, your mind begins to believe that it is true, even if it hasn't manifested yet. This is why visualization techniques are so powerful. When you vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire, whether it's achieving your goals, enjoying vibrant health, or experiencing love and connection, your mind sends out a signal to the universe, and the law of attraction begins to work on your behalf. The energy of your imagination creates a magnetic field that begins to draw to you the resources, people, and opportunities necessary to make that imagined reality come to life. However, the process of attracting what you focus on is not always instantaneous. It often requires patience, persistence, and a deep belief in the process. If your thoughts are consistently focused on positive outcomes, even in the face of temporary setbacks, the universe will continue to respond to the frequency of your thoughts, gradually bringing your desires into manifestation. The law of attraction works through the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is not enough to simply think positive thoughts. you must also take inspired action that aligns with the energy you are sending out. When you align your actions with your thoughts and emotions, you create a powerful force of attraction that speeds up the manifestation process. It is important to note that this process does not require perfection. You do not have to always think positive thoughts or feel good all the time in order to attract what you desire. The universe responds to the overall vibration of your thoughts rather than any single fleeting thought. However, the more you focus on cultivating positive thoughts and emotions, the more you create a consistent vibration that aligns with your desires. By making a conscious effort to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want, you change the nature of your attraction field. The more you focus on love, abundance, peace, and joy, the more of these qualities you will draw into your life. The concept of thoughts acting as a magnet is a reminder of the power we each have within us to shape our reality. We are not passive participants in life. We are active creators. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the tools we use to craft the life we experience. If we want to change the conditions of our life, we must begin by changing our thoughts. This shift in focus, from the negative to the positive, from fear to love, from scarcity to abundance, sets in motion a powerful chain of events that draws the circumstances, people, and opportunities necessary for our desired life into our experience. The law of attraction is not a magical force. It is the natural law of energy and vibration. And when we learn to harness it by focusing our thoughts on what we want, rather than on what we fear, we begin to attract the life we've always dreamed of. Our thoughts, beliefs, and focus shape our reality in ways we are often unaware of. While many people are familiar with the idea that what we think influences the world around us, it is the emotional energy we attach to our thoughts that truly drives the attraction process. Emotions act as the fuel to our thoughts, turning them from mere concepts into powerful forces of creation. If thoughts are the seeds, emotions are the water and sunlight that nourish them, causing them to grow and manifest. The energy of your emotions amplifies the power of your thoughts, sending out a signal to the universe that determines what you will attract into your life. The law of attraction works through the law of vibration. Everything in the universe, including you, emits a certain vibrational frequency. This frequency is determined by your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. When you focus on a particular thought, it sends out a vibration into the universe, and this vibration begins to draw experiences that match it. However, the strength of this vibration depends heavily on the emotions that accompany the thought. For example, when you think about something you desire, be it a new job, a loving relationship, or improved health, if you are able to attach positive, high-energy emotions to that thought, you significantly increase the power of that thought. The stronger the emotion, the more intense the vibration. A thought without emotion is weak and has little influence, but when combined with the energy of emotion, that thought becomes a magnet, attracting to you experiences that align with it. It is important to understand that emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are energy in motion. Every emotion has a specific frequency that resonates with the world around us. Positive emotions such as love, gratitude, joy, and peace are high-frequency emotions, and they attract experiences that resonate at the same frequency. On the other hand, negative emotions such as fear, anger, sadness, and worry carry a lower frequency and attract experiences that reflect those emotions. For instance, if you consistently feel anxious or worried about money, you are emitting an energy that aligns with scarcity. This energy will attract experiences that reinforce your belief in a lack of financial abundance. The more you focus on and feel these negative emotions, the more you attract situations that confirm your worries. Emotions are so powerful because they are not only felt consciously, but also stored in the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind holds your deepest beliefs, fears, and experiences, and it constantly influences your emotional state. If your subconscious mind is programmed with limiting beliefs about yourself or the world, it will often trigger emotional responses that are not in alignment with what you want to manifest. For example, if you believe that you are unworthy of success, you may feel anxious or fearful when opportunities arise. These emotions, rooted in your subconscious beliefs, will send out conflicting vibrations, making it difficult to attract the success you desire. The emotional energy you are emitting is in direct conflict with your conscious desires, which hinders your ability to manifest your goals. This is why it is essential to bring awareness to your emotional state. By becoming conscious of how you are feeling, you can begin to shift your emotional energy and align it with what you want to attract. If you are feeling fearful or anxious, you can shift your focus to something that brings you peace or joy. You can practice gratitude, for example, which is one of the highest vibrational emotions. By focusing on the things you are grateful for, you begin to align your emotional frequency with abundance, which will naturally attract more things to be grateful for. When you feel gratitude, you are signaling to the universe that you are open to receiving more of what you desire. Another way to shift your emotional energy is through visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire, experiencing success, health, love, or happiness, you not only engage your mind in focusing on your goals, but you also engage your emotions. Feel the excitement, joy, and fulfillment as if it is happening right now. The stronger the emotional charge you can generate during your visualization, the more powerful your signal will be. By attaching positive emotions to the thoughts you focus on, you are amplifying their ability to attract the desired outcomes. This emotional energy is not just an internal process, it also sends out ripples into the world around you. Your emotions affect your interactions with others, the opportunities you come across, and the way you perceive events. When you feel joyful and optimistic, you are more likely to engage with others positively, to take inspired actions, and to see opportunities instead of obstacles. On the other hand, when you are feeling down or frustrated, you may withdraw from others, miss opportunities, or only notice the negative aspects of situations. Your emotional state colors everything you experience, which is why it is so important to maintain a positive emotional frequency. The magnetic pull of emotions can also work on a collective level. We live in a world that is interconnected, where the energy of one person can influence the energy of another. Emotions are contagious. If you are consistently positive and radiate high-frequency emotions, you may begin to uplift those around you, creating a ripple effect that attracts more positivity into your environment. On the other hand, when you engage in negative emotions, it can contribute to a collective vibration of fear, scarcity, or conflict. This is why it is essential to take responsibility for your emotional energy, not just for your own benefit, but for the collective good. The more individuals who consciously raise their emotional vibration, the more positive energy is sent out into the world, creating a powerful shift in the collective consciousness. The emotional energy you emit also interacts with your environment, influencing the conditions and circumstances you experience. If you are constantly focused on negative emotions like anger, resentment, or frustration, you will attract situations and people that reflect those emotions. This is why some people seem to be in a perpetual state of conflict or struggle. They are constantly emitting low-frequency energy, which pulls in similar experiences. However, when you focus on positive emotions, your environment begins to shift as well. Opportunities that were once hidden behind a cloud of negativity begin to appear. Relationships improve. New doors open. It's as if the universe begins to conspire in your favor, all because your emotional frequency has aligned with what you desire. One of the most profound ways emotions influence the law of attraction is through the way they affect your decisions and actions. The emotional energy you carry will guide the choices you make and the actions you take. If you are filled with fear, you may hesitate to take action, or you may make choices that reinforce your fears. However, when you are filled with confidence, love, and excitement, you are more likely to take inspired action, which leads you closer to your desired outcomes. Your emotional state determines the energy you bring into every situation, and that energy influences the actions you take, which in turn influences the results you get. In summary, your emotions are a powerful force that amplifies the energy of your thoughts. They are the fuel that drives the law of attraction, sending out vibrations that match the energy of the thoughts you hold. Whether you are aware of it or not, the emotions you feel are attracting experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with your emotional frequency. By cultivating positive, high-frequency emotions and aligning them with your thoughts and actions, you can begin to consciously attract the experiences you desire. The key is to be aware of your emotional state and to take responsibility for the energy you are putting out into the world. The law of attraction operates not just by thought, but through the dynamic interaction between thought, belief, and emotion. The beliefs we hold about ourselves, the world, and the possibilities available to us act as filters that shape what we focus on. These beliefs, many of which are deeply ingrained in our subconscious mind, are like magnets, pulling toward us what they align with. If we believe in scarcity, for example, our focus will naturally gravitate toward what is missing in our lives, what we don't have. This belief acts as a lens through which we view the world, and everything we see will reinforce that belief. Belief is a powerful force, often determining the success or failure of our efforts to manifest our desires. When we change our beliefs, we change the nature of what we attract, shifting the vibrational frequency that draws in the circumstances, experiences, and people that align with the new belief system. Beliefs are formed from early experiences, cultural conditioning, and the lessons we absorb throughout our lives. If, for example, we were raised in an environment where resources were limited or scarcity was a constant concern, we may adopt the belief that abundance is difficult to achieve. This belief could create a mental and emotional framework that focuses on lack, reinforcing the idea that there is never enough, that success is hard to come by, or that financial freedom is out of reach. These beliefs, however subtle, control our mental focus and emotional responses, and in turn they govern the experiences we attract. The mind does not question these beliefs, it simply accepts them as truth. The subconscious mind is a powerful force, absorbing every experience and allowing those experiences to form patterns of thinking that guide our daily actions and reactions. So when we hold on to limiting beliefs about money, love, health, or success, we unconsciously focus on the lack of those things, and the universe responds by bringing us more of what we are focusing on, more lack. When you begin to recognize the influence of your beliefs, you unlock the power to change the nature of your focus. If you believe that success is for others but not for you, your focus will be drawn to the evidence that supports that belief. You may find yourself hesitating to take opportunities, afraid to invest in yourself or your dreams, because you have been conditioned to believe that failure is inevitable or that the universe is somehow working against you. This negative belief will limit your actions, and consequently, the universe will bring experiences that reflect that limiting belief. For example, you may struggle to find the right opportunities or face repeated failures, all because your focus remains on the belief that success is out of your reach. But if you can shift that belief to one of possibility and abundance, the world around you will begin to reflect that change. New opportunities will appear, you will feel more confident in taking risks, and you will be drawn to situations that align with your belief in your own success. Shifting beliefs is not always an easy task, as beliefs are often deeply ingrained in the subconscious. However, it is possible to change them through consistent effort and conscious intention. The first step is to become aware of the beliefs that are limiting your potential. These are the beliefs that arise when you encounter obstacles or when you find yourself stuck in repetitive patterns that are not serving you. Pay attention to your thoughts and reactions to certain situations. What is the belief underlying these thoughts? For instance, if you feel anxious about money, ask yourself why. Do you believe that money is scarce, that it is hard to come by, or that you are not worthy of financial abundance? Identifying the belief is the first step in shifting it. Once you are aware of the belief, you can begin to replace it with a new empowering belief. Affirmations, visualization, and conscious focus on the desired outcome can help you reprogram your mind to accept the new belief. For example, if you want to shift from a belief in scarcity to one of abundance, you can start repeating affirmations such as, I am worthy of wealth, abundance flows easily into my life, or the universe supports my success. By focusing on these positive beliefs, you begin to shift your energy from lack to abundance. The power belief is not only in the ability to attract what you want, but also in the way beliefs shape your actions. If you believe that you can achieve your goals, you will be more likely to take the necessary steps to make them a reality. On the other hand, if you hold a belief that your goals are out of reach, you will unconsciously hold back, not take the necessary actions, or not even set goals in the first place. The belief in your own worthiness and ability to succeed acts as a catalyst for action. When you focus on empowering beliefs, they energize you, inspire you to take steps toward your goals, and give you the strength to persevere through challenges. For example, if you believe that you are capable of creating a successful business, that belief will drive you to learn what you need to learn, take the necessary risks, and stay persistent even when things get difficult. Beliefs also shape the way you interpret the world around you. When you believe that the world is a friendly place, that opportunities are abundant, and that you deserve to experience joy and success, you begin to see evidence of this in your daily life. This is known as the confirmation bias. The confirmation bias is a psychological phenomenon where we tend to notice and give more weight to information that confirms our existing beliefs, while we overlook or dismiss information that contradicts them. If you believe in abundance, you will start to notice opportunities for wealth that you may have previously ignored. You might find new ways to make money, meet people who can help you achieve your goals, or come across unexpected resources that align with your desires. On the other hand, if you believe that the world is full of obstacles and that success is impossible, you will notice every difficulty, every challenge, and every setback, reinforcing your belief in scarcity and limitation. The power of belief also extends to the way we perceive ourselves. If you believe you are worthy of love, success, and happiness, your focus will shift toward actions, opportunities, and relationships that affirm this self-worth. But if you believe you are not deserving of these things, you will unconsciously repel them. Self-worth and self-belief are foundational to attracting positive experiences. The law of attraction operates through the lens of self-perception. So if you hold the belief that you are unworthy of abundance or success, you will attract experiences that affirm that belief, even if you consciously desire something different. Shifting these self-limiting beliefs requires a deep commitment to personal growth and a willingness to confront and challenge the negative beliefs that have been formed over a lifetime. Belief is the bridge between thought and reality. What you believe about yourself, the world, and the future shapes everything you attract into your life. By changing your beliefs, you can shift the focus of your thoughts and emotions, ultimately altering the vibration you emit and transforming the nature of what you attract. The more you align your beliefs with your desires, the more you open yourself up to the opportunities and experiences that will help you manifest them. In this way, belief is the foundation upon which the law of attraction operates, making it one of the most powerful forces in shaping your reality. The beliefs you hold will dictate the life you create. So it is essential to identify and release those that limit you and replace them with ones that align with the life you want to attract. The universe operates through a set of natural laws, and the law of attraction is one of the most powerful among them. It is a law that states that like attracts like. Your thoughts, emotions, and energies act as magnets that pull to you what aligns with them. What you focus on consistently will expand, and this is why it is so crucial to be mindful of where your focus lies. The things that you focus on shape your reality and influence everything around you. However, what often goes unnoticed is the fact that focus is not just about conscious thinking. It's about energy, both conscious and subconscious, that determines what you bring into your life. Your emotional state, your belief systems, your subconscious mind, and your habitual thoughts all contribute to the vibrational frequency you emit and in turn to what you attract. In order to attract positive outcomes, it's not enough to simply focus on what you want. It's important to focus on it with an energy that aligns with its reality. For example, if you desire wealth, but your focus is grounded in fear or lack, the universe will respond to that energy rather than the energy of abundance. If your thoughts are filled with worry about money, even though you want prosperity, you are inadvertently focusing on the lack of money. The universe, responding to your energy, will continue to bring more experiences of lack into your life. The same goes for relationships, health, career, or any other desire. It's not just about what you say you want, it's about how you truly feel about what you want, and how your emotions and thoughts align with it. To manifest what you desire, you must learn to focus on it with certainty and belief that it is already yours. Your inner state must match the external reality you wish to create. This is where many people fall short. They focus on what they want, but do so with doubt, hesitation, and fear. Their emotions are inconsistent with their desires, creating a vibration that repels the very things they hope to attract. When you focus on something with true belief, as if it already exists, you align yourself with the vibration of that desire, creating the right conditions for it to manifest. When we focus on something with intention, we are sending a signal to the universe, and that signal is received in the form of energy. The focus must be consistent and unwavering. If you desire a loving relationship, but your focus is often on past heartbreaks or fears of loneliness, you will continue to attract experiences that reinforce those fears. This is because on an energetic level, you are resonating more with the experience of heartbreak or loneliness than with love and connection. The law of attraction doesn't discriminate, it simply responds to the energy you put out into the world. If you focus on negativity, worry, or fear, that energy will attract more negativity, worry, and fear into your life. However, when you shift your focus to what you truly desire and align your emotional energy with that desire, you begin to shift the frequency you are emitting, which in turn shifts the nature of what you attract. It's also important to recognize that focus is not merely about thinking positive thoughts or visualizing your desires. It's about cultivating a mindset that is aligned with your goals and ensuring that your emotional state matches that mindset. If you are visualizing success but feeling unworthy, your energy is out of alignment. To align your energy, you must also focus on how you feel. It's not just about thinking about success. It's about feeling successful, deserving, and worthy of. When you focus on something with the belief that you already have it, you are matching the frequency of your desire. This is when the magic of manifestation occurs. You are no longer sending out mixed signals to the universe, and your focus becomes a powerful magnet that pulls to you what you desire. Furthermore, the law of attraction is not a passive force. It requires action. Focus alone is not enough to bring your desires into reality. You must also be ready to act upon the inspiration and opportunities that present themselves. When you are focused on your goal with true belief and emotional alignment, the universe will begin to guide you toward the people, places, and circumstances that will help you manifest your desires. These may come in the form of new ideas, synchronicities, or intuitive nudges that inspire you to take action. When you receive these messages from the universe, it is crucial to act on them. This is where many people get stuck. They may focus and visualize all they want, but they don't take the inspired steps that the universe is guiding them toward. Without action, manifestation cannot fully take place. The key to effective focus is recognizing that it's not just about focusing on the end goal, but also about focusing on the present moment. This is often a key point of confusion for many people. They think that focus only pertains to the future, to the thing they desire. But the reality is that the most powerful focus is in the present. You must focus on the feelings of having your desire right now, in this moment. This is why gratitude is such an important part of the manifestation process. When you are grateful for the present moment and everything in it, you are in alignment with abundance. Gratitude elevates your emotional frequency, sending a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more of what you appreciate. By focusing on the present, you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive what you desire right now. Focus is also about managing your inner dialogue and thoughts. Thoughts are powerful, but they are not always in alignment with our desires. In the world of the law of attraction, we are often encouraged to shift our focus from negative or limiting thoughts to positive ones. This shift in thought is essential because every thought carries with it a vibrational frequency that is either attracting or repelling experiences. When you focus on empowering thoughts, your energy begins to shift. For example, if you are trying to attract a new job and all you think about is how hard it will be or how unqualified you feel, your focus is misaligned. However, if you shift your focus to thoughts of confidence, ability, and success, you will start to align with those outcomes. This is why it is so important to become mindful of your thoughts and to reframe them when they go in a direction that does not serve your desires. Lastly, one of the most powerful aspects of focus is the ability to persist. It's not about focusing once or twice and expecting immediate results. It's about maintaining your focus, even when external circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. This requires faith and trust in the process of manifestation. The universe works in mysterious ways, And while it may take time for your desires to materialize, it's important to continue focusing on them with unwavering belief and persistence. Even when things appear to be going wrong, remember that the universe is always working in your favor, and your focus on your desires will eventually bring them into your reality. Focus is the most powerful tool you have in shaping your reality. It is the key to aligning with your desires and manifesting them into your life. Whether you are focusing on wealth, love, health, or success, the more focused you are on what you want, the more the universe will deliver it to you. Focus with intention, focus with belief, and focus with unwavering trust in the process, and the universe will respond.